I was born in Holland. I came to the United States first in New York as a model. It's one of the few professions where women make more money than men, which is always, of course, a plus. We're at the Peninsula Hotel, excited to be here and have our mascot, Licorice, in the background, my dog. Everybody on set's wonderful. The first movie that I did after I wrote and directed and produced my own movie, Bringing Up Bobby, the first movie back after that was Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
We have a past. We almost died at the hands of a witch.
We have to find those kids.
I see you got my invitation.
Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter comes out in January of 2013. We shot it in Berlin. It's sort of a new spin on the fairy tale. Hansel and Gretel are now grown up. I play the main witch. A lot of prosthetic makeup on my face. Big blue contact lenses that cover the entire eye. Fake teeth, dark, bloody tongue, fantastic costumes. I go back and forth between looking normal and prosthetic makeup witch.
Morning, sunshine.
Daunting at first. Took a little while to get used to. Nonetheless, a very interesting experience. As an actor, you have a whole newfound respect for the process of filmmaking, the concept of time and money and all that. So after that experience of directing the film, I thought, when I come back as an actor in my next movie, I have to be very aware of time and how much money it costs when people are waiting for you. And of course, the first thing I do when I come back is a movie in all prosthetic makeup that it takes 3 to 4 hours to get me ready every single morning. I can't wait to go back to directing. At the moment, I'm actually filming in Toronto. I've been there since June of this year. I'm there till Christmas. It's a long shoot for a show for Netflix called Hemlock Grove. And at the moment, I'm working with a producer and a writer on a script that somebody else wrote to try and maybe make that my next job as a director. It'll be a very interesting experience, a great script, so I'm excited about it.
You want me, don't you?
You lubricate acid. If I stuck my dick in you, it would sizzle off.
Oh, it would sizzle all right.
It takes a real pro to liberate a Delage. It just had to be Claudia. Claudia Hex.
Well, what do you know? That's end of a very bad day.
It's a pleasure to see you two.
All right, you win, Claudia.
You don't win because I'm not crying.
I'm gonna cry.
Mr. Dells. Oh, Mr. Charcos. I should have known.
All right, give in.
Okay, you win.
Body. Movement. Every time you slide into her. Don't drive away on its own.
Claudia was good, and she knew it. But she didn't care about cars like me and Max.
Stay there. Your point has fainted. I don't know why. One way better, please.
Appreciate the thrill of it all.
Can we talk about this later?
Now
Steal
what's
the car.
hurry, Luke? Do you have to get back to your little girlfriend?
Drop it, Claudia!
She's no good, trust me.
Why is it every time I meet a woman, you try to wreck it?
Not bad for a midget. She's seen Chorkos, you know. Everybody else knows. I'm sorry.
You win.
Thank you.
So are we gonna steal this car or what?
Thought you'd never ask. One, two, three. We got enough for a threesome, fellas. Who wants to go first? Lee or... Embarrassing. Who's making effort? Now look what you've done, you mama's boy! Pet! You smell.
This time, Mr. Bond, the pleasure will be all mine. Wait for your turn.
She always did enjoy a good squeeze.
Would you mind if I tried to? 'Cause you have turned into my worst enemy. You carry hate that I don't feel. It's over now. What have you done? What have you done now? I've been waiting for someone like you, but now you are slipping away. What have you done now? Why does fate make us suffer? There's a curse between us, between me and you. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done now? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done now? What have you done? 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 When I fall, won't let it go. We will be free when it I've been waiting for someone like you, but now you are slipping away. Why does fate make us suffer? There's a curse between us, between me and you. I've been waiting for someone like you, but now you are slipping away. Why does fate make us suffer? There's a curse between us, between me and you.
Here with Famke Janssen, who plays Olivia on Hemlock Grove. Can you tell me more about the show for those who haven't seen it yet?
Watch it. What's taking you so long? Just turn it on. It's not that hard. It's really interesting, season 2. There's a lot to look forward to. We have Olivia with a new tongue. We have her no longer in control of the White Tower. We have Price up to no good. Let me tell you something. He's weird. We have Roman in charge of the White Tower now. We have complicated relationships between just about everybody. We have new characters that are introduced, old ones that are coming back. So there's a lot.
When I tune into a show, I really like it when the main characters are layered and have different aspects to their personality. I feel like Olivia got a little bit of redemption at the end of season 1. Do you think that in season 2 we're going to find out definitively if she's a hero or a villain, almost like a control freak without the control?
She is a control freak without the control in the beginning of the season, certainly. But I think when you strip somebody who loves being in control that much of all that control, you'll find all sorts of different colors coming out to the extent where, in the end, they just want to get what they can get. So I think that's a bit of, what we see with Olivia. We see her downtrodden, we see her vulnerable, we see her desperate. But she's a survivor in the end. That really is who she is.
I just screened the whole first season and the whole second season back to back to back, and I think that the one thing that I took away was you have to suspend belief a little bit to really enjoy the show, but at the same time, I feel like an appreciation of the characters is fundamentally what the show is about. Would you agree with that assessment?
I do, and actually I'm a big fan of suspending belief, because we're watching a show. We're not watching a documentary. You know what I mean? We made a show. I think we're taking liberties. It's set in this sort of make-believe town in a make-believe world with make-believe characters. And if you go along on our journey, you'll be entertained. Lots of unpredictable things happen.
I feel like Roman is at the center of like everything. Somehow it all comes back to Roman. Can you talk a little bit about how his relationship with his mother changes in season 2?
Well, it doesn't end well at the end of season 1, and it doesn't begin well at the beginning of season 2. Ironically, despite the fact that he was the one who took her tongue out, she comes crawling back to try and patch up that relationship. Not maybe necessarily just because she cares about her son. There are ulterior motives, as there always are with Olivia. But nonetheless, she tries to reconcile this broken relationship, and he's, stubborn like his mother.
So many new characters in season 2. Miranda Cates, played by Madeline Brewer, comes in. Can you talk about how she's going to impact the show? And I feel like she really changes the dynamic between Olivia and Roman.
Yes, there's Madeline is a fantastic actress. Everybody, I'm sure, has seen her already on Orange is the New Black, and she does a great job on our season 2. She stirs up a lot of not necessarily certainly not in any malicious way, not with intentions to stir things up, but by default she ends up stirring up a lot of relationships in Hemlock Grove between all these various complicated relationships that were complicated to start with.
When you get scripts that are so out there, as I'm sure you do with Hemlock Grove, was there ever one that you got where you're like, oh my gosh, they're going to make Olivia do what?
All the time, yes. They're going to make Olivia sing karaoke. Those are the adventures of being part of a series. You never know what's going to be thrown at you, and you just have to be a good sport about it and go along.
I love sort of identifying and saying, okay, I'm a little bit of this character, a little bit of this character. I feel like I really want to be Roman, but I feel like I'm actually Shelley. Do you identify with any of the characters? It doesn't have to be Olivia.
No, I think that a lot of people identify probably with Shelley. She's the true outcast of the show, and she's also the heart. She's the most beautiful person inside and the most misunderstood one. And so I think all of us probably feel a little bit like a Shelley.
Can you talk about the Netflix model? I was used to watching TV where, okay, I want to watch this. Oh, I wish the next episode was on tomorrow and I got to wait a week. Here, I don't have to wait at all. I feel like I want my whole life to be like Netflix.
I know, we're all about instant gratification, aren't we? That's definitely our culture, our society, the way we've all grown to just want it now and want it all. So it's a perfect way to... What I find actually most fascinating about it is that not everybody watches... So it's not like everybody eats their bag of popcorn right away. Some of them just store it away and come back to it and whatever. So... what the greatest thing about it is that it just enables you to have control over your own viewing habits and do it whenever it suits you best.
Why should people tune into Hemlock Grove Season 2?
Because it's unlike anything else out there. It's really unique in tone, visually. It's beautifully photographed. It's got very...
You can say it has you in it.
I'm in it.
Right.
I think that's the end of that sentence. I'm in it. What else is there to say?
So I want to end with pitching you an idea, okay? You can give me your honest opinion. I won't judge.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what you think. Hemlock Grove. Okay. I can tell you judge.
I feel like you're totally judging me. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Hemlock Grove.
Hemlock Grove, Season 3. Do you feel like there's room for a new character, a Kenyan Canadian, this reporter who comes in trying to figure out the story behind the Vargals, but really...
He is.
No, he's the dragon in the Order of the Dragon.
I think we just gave away the whole season. That's the problem with that.
And I'm not...
It's a good pitch, but you shouldn't have done it on TV.
Oh, that might have killed it, right?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. Well, it's filmed in Ontario, right? Not that I know anyone for the part.
Okay, no, I wouldn't know either.
Famke, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Stay tuned for a scene from Season 2 of Hemlock Grove.
What are you doing here? You were under orders. Why'd you let her in?
It's okay. I just had a very informative discussion with Price.
I know exactly what you're up to. I just can't for the life of me figure out why.
I have no intention of living out my life as a literal parasite. Pathetic, burrowing, semi-human tick.
You have no heart.
It's hereditary.
Roman, I know I have been a less than perfect mother.
If you ever come back here again, it won't be your tongue I'll rip out. It'll be your lungs. Conway, will you show this woman the door? Jesus, do the fields need tilling?
Much as it pains me to deprive Monsieur of his customary 14 hours, he has an appointment. Roman, you're an adult. More or less. Filth. Pull the trigger. Find out. Norman, what a wonderful surprise. I can offer you a coffee or a Valium.
With no accompanying report of anything approaching transparency of what exactly we're setting out to produce.
Money. We produce money. Your brother taught me that. I can't imagine why it gives you so much difficulty.
Neither could my brother.
You know, darling, if it's transparency you're after, you could just simply ask Dr. Price what he wants the money for. I didn't think there was a pair of pom-poms in a 50-mile radius that wasn't within your purview. Oh, shall we go through the motions, at least? How was everyone's day?
Every breath a gift.
Where'd you disappear to, darling?
I took the bus.
Seriously?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I took the bus.
Quit being so goddamn literal. Why on earth would you take the bus anywhere and without my permission?
Give her a break. Jesus, I don't even know how to do that.
I'm sorry, is this a joke to you? Oh, Shirley, darling. Earrings? What have you done to yourself?
Have you ever made a threat so cryptic you yourself don't understand it?
I will not have that filth in my house. I think purple with purpose is not your color. Yes?
Is Roman here?
May I ask who's calling?
It's Peter.
I was never mentioned you.
We share the same English class.
And this is in regard to...
Study group.
Oh. Wuthering Heights, is it? So, tell me then. Gypsy Orphan Heathcliff. Byronic hero, proto-Marxist class warrior.
I'm still on chapter 1.
Yes, I suppose you are. It doesn't end well for him. Well, I'm afraid Roman isn't home at the moment, so I will tell him to stop by. Paul, was it?
It's Peter.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Peter. We have a caller.
What if I told you that what I'm doing is important? That it is quite possibly the most important thing?
Be quiet. I can't bear the sound of you. Flowers over funerals. I mean, what would a man provide anyway? Sometimes it's just nice having them around. Nice. Incredibly stupid. Utterly useless. It's not one of my nice ones. I wouldn't do that. So you don't like your privacy invaded either. Ironic. Though, in fairness, you are trespassing and, in the process of doing so, dared to threaten the life of my son. Where I come from, it's rather frowned upon to hunt on the ground of one's betters.
Mrs. Godfrey, I've given you one opportunity to turn around. If you take a step towards me, I will kill you.
The cross you wear, it's not of your order. St. Jude. St. Jude. Little mouse. Little mouse. It makes you feel so lost. Oh, I really must change fast. I believe that's enough cholesterol to see you comfortably into your dotage.
Why is it that you're the only one who hasn't asked me what I'm really doing?
Because I don't give a flying fuck.
You should.
Stop being a pussy. Clean it up. He needs me. You know, with men, it's so easy. They wake up in the morning and they're sexy and they don't have to do anything and their hair's scruffy and you're like, oh, wow, you look so great. I never go from that point of view as an actress. I never think, oh, she has to be seductive. I have to play her seductive. Because I really believe seduction comes from somewhere on the inside. So I don't know if it's something you have or you don't, or it's a certain comfort level or whatever it is. Certain wardrobe certainly helps. But the more you put it on, the more off-putting I personally think it is, because it's so phony. Unless it's really part of a character that you play.
You didn't have to come.
Of course I did.
You're forgiven.
Annalise, please. That DA doesn't have enough evidence to charge you.
I know.
Okay, this is still how you do things.
How do I do things?
You avoid anything hard. You did it when you left me for Sam, refused to see me. But you can't avoid this conversation by what? Pretending you're hungry?
What do you mean? I forgave you.
You don't mean it.
Well, if you don't believe me...
Of course I don't believe you. What I did to you, you get to be angry with me.
I'm done being angry with people.
With people, yes. But this is me.
What do you mean? We don't know each other anymore.
I don't agree with that. Especially after the other night.
It was sex. Get over it.
No more running, Annalise. This conversation is happening now.
Why did you have to do that? You needed to pin it on me. I know that. But you didn't have to make it about me. Me? The things you knew would hurt me? You made it personal, and I don't understand why you had to do that, unless that was the point. To hurt me. Why would you do that?
Do you know why?
I don't.
Because part of me is still in love with you. It's pathetic, I know. I mean, we were forever ago, but... I guess I'm just stuck. And yes, I've been with plenty of other women, buried myself in work, but... You show up again in my life, Annalise, and I'm just done. You still have me, and I hate it. I don't hate you, but I hate how you make me feel. Because I can't have you. I'm sorry. That's all I came here to say. I'm sorry.
Look at me.
No,
look at
Annalise,
me.
don't do this.
It was good with you. And real. Too real. So I got scared. and I left. But you're the most beautiful thing that ever happened to me. Let's get you a drink. You live here alone?
You didn't come here to ask me about my personal life.
You were right. I ruined people.
You mean Nate?
Everyone.
That's a little melodramatic, don't you think?
Only if you don't know me.
I know you. Even if it's been a long time.
Well, I was the same back then. I did it to you.
You did not ruin me.
I hurt you.
It's all part of the game, right? And I'm doing okay. I don't sit here thinking about you every day, crying into my pillow how you left me for your therapist. Hell, at least you married him.
I'm sorry I called.
You can trust me, Annalise.
Even if what Nate said is true. I did it. I framed him.
Because you killed Sam?
Because I'm protecting the person who did.
Does this person deserve your protection?
Yes.
And you're doing what you think is right. Sometimes that has to be enough.
Oh, look at me, hot mess, coming to your apartment in tears.
Like I'm not used to it with you.
Oh, please, I never.
Are you kidding? It was constant.
Oh, you're making it up.
After you lost your mock trial, when that DA told you he was scared of you.
Oh, he was a bastard.
I agree with you. And I'm not saying it was all tears all the time. We had our fun too. Those dinner parties at Al's, dancing all night at that Brazilian bar. You were fun, Annalise.
I was, wasn't I?
Okay, let's put you to bed. I set up the guest room.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't you dare apologize. I lied. I think about you every day.
Hey, how's the room?
My room is fine. Oh, did I say 11? I meant to say 12, maybe.
What's with the attitude?
Excuse me. Kelly Robinson? The famous boxer?
Yeah, one and the same, baby.
I can't believe it.
Hey, all right, calm down. Those big thrill for you, huh?
Oh, you don't know. I know you from your advertisement for your perfume.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly Robinson. TKO.
TKO, that's right, but it's not perfume, it's cologne.
Cologne.
Yeah, perfume is for ladies and sissies. I put out cologne.
Oh, cologne is so stupid.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, tell me. Do you really wear it?
Well, you tell me.
I
would love to go to your room and get your autograph.
Oh, is that right? I really love to, but unfortunately, my room ain't ready yet.
Let's go to mine. It's very, very close.
Hey, wrong. Excuse me. No, wrong. Come here for a second.
What, don't you move. What the hell's wrong with you? What you doing? I ain't doing nothing right now. If you let go of my arm about 5 minutes, I'm gonna go off the street and wax that ass.
Listen, Tony, for all intents and purposes, you are a spy right now. I can't have you running off some stranger and Gary and Lou.
Yeah, I'm Kelly Robinson, 57, and no, going off with a strange woman is what I do. You mind your business. Let me go do this thing, okay? Take it easy. Have a good evening, all right?
I guess I'm just jealous.
Well, I can understand you being jealous, but you chose Kelly. Hey, look, I hit it once for you, all right? Good night.
See if she's got a sister.
If she got a sister, I ain't gonna call your ass. It's just gonna be the three of us. Why don't you go see the city? It's very nice out tonight. What you say your name was?
Are you going to scream it?
Yes, I will scream your name if I know it. Sometimes, I had a couple of situations where...
What happened?
Girl tried to press charges. Hey. Hey, slow it down. I got a lady over here. Hey, that's some serious road rage. Come on now, what's going on? What's up, man? What's all that?
Just collect myself for a second, because I have something that I want to say, and if you don't mind, I just have it's almost like a story that I feel I need to tell you.
That's good. That's a good way to cover up. All right, I'm gonna give you my secret weapon. Yeah, this is the shit that always works. Now listen. Now I want you to look in her eyes. Look in her eyes. All right, let's sing. Baby, I woke up this morning. A sea was storming inside of me. See that?
Baby, when I woke up this morning, I felt like there was a sea storming inside of me.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
And baby, I think I'm capsizing. The waves are rising and rising.
And baby, I think I'm capsizing. And the waves just keep rising.
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 And rising.
Rising.
And when I get that feeling, I need sexual healing.
When I get that feeling, I need sexual healing. I just need sexual. I know it sounds crazy. I'm just, but I'm trying delirious. But it just makes me feel so fine.
And it's good for us.
And it's good for us.
Sexual healing, baby.
It's sexual. It's healing. Okay? I don't know what else I can say.
You're cute. You know, I've always had a little crush on you.
I told you.
Really? You did?
It's hot. It's hot in here, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. Good Lord. Jeez.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now you go over there and you bite her on the ass real hard.
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
No. Yes to you.
Yes.
Bite her. Bite her.
No.
No?
Yes. Go back to where you were. I'm.
Bite her. They love that shit. Don't break the skin, but bite it good so, afterwards it's a mark on her ass. They love that shit, boy. She'll show all her friends. And look at my mark, what he did.
Oh.
I know what you want. It's okay. You can trust me.
Oh!
Are you okay?
Oh, you broke my spine. But in a good way.
Hey, come on now.
hunting Scotty Hargrave in the thrilling NBC drama The Blacklist Redemption.
And on tomorrow night's explosive season finale, you'll see her battling for control of her company and the mysterious Whitehall technology.
6 months ago, I came before the board because I had concluded that the husband I loved and adored was gone, that he had become delusional, and that it was your fiduciary responsibility to remove him as head of this company.
My company, which I created in all my delusional grandeur.
You agreed with my assessment then, and everything that's happened since only reinforces the conclusion that Howard is not of sound mind. By his own admission, he faked his death. Howard's not well.
Famke Janssen, good to see you. Everybody does that at least
not
once.
well, yeah.
Come on, fake your death. So, we've talked before. Scotty, in some ways, is like you, but in other ways, nothing like you.
Yes, no. For one thing, I wouldn't dress like her all the time because I would have to suck in my stomach. Her dresses are so tailored and, you know.
You like to be free.
I like to be free. I don't have to worry that much about it. I'm much goofier and quirkier than she is.
I thought it was interesting, though. You say when you're acting, you like to kind of escape yourself a little bit. We can relate to that.
Yes. I mean, that's the great thing about acting is I get to play different characters and you know, personalities. If I had to play myself all the time, I need a vacation from myself. You know what I mean?
I like that. For sure. How about
What do
all
you
the
mean?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Man, I'm striking out so bad.
He's having a rough day.
Yeah, have a jelly bean.
I don't even have a question now. Go ahead, Al.
Okay, so it's kind of interesting because you've been in all these thrillers and like this action, the show that has so much action, and yet by your own admission, you're a little on the clumsy side.
I'm a lot on the clumsy side.
I was trying to
Thank you for being kind about this. I've broken, I think, 4 ribs over the course of my acting career.
Really?
One of them very recently, about 2 weeks ago on the show. Yes.
Doing what?
Doing a scene with Ryan Eggold.
Speaking of spoilers, clearly, no, I'm just kidding. What can you tell us, if anything?
Well, if you're looking, then you can probably see it happen about now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I know.
Yikes.
Ouch.
What can you tell us about in advance of the finale? I know you don't like spoilers, but what can you give us?
Oh, this is
give us
very
a little nugget.
difficult, but because I really don't want to give anything away. But we're going to find out. Some things are going to be wrapped up about Halcyon, and you know, there's a fight going on between my husband, lovely husband Howard, and, and between Scotty as to who really has ownership over Halcyon and who speaks the truth and who lies. And yeah, we're going to have there's in a very typical sort of Blacklist fashion, certain things are going to be wrapped up, and other things are going to be opened up for a question for the future to see what's going to happen.
For us to tune in again.
Yes.
Exactly.
You Blacklist people.
I know.
Do you ever, I was always curious about this. I mean, you're in the midst of filming it. Do you ever swing by a TV and actually sit down and watch your show like we do?
Now I do. I never actually have watched my own stuff, but I have one of my friends, I have a lot of actor friends, but one of them was on a TV show said, and we were on a TV show for years together for Netflix, and he said, it really helps watching yourself. You can learn as you're doing it, and so I took him to heart, and I'm watching the show now, and it's really interesting. I mean, you can learn from it. It's a little bit difficult, and you have to get past the, oh my God, what did I do here? Or why did I use, you know, why did I say that? Or couldn't they have used a different take kind of thing?
Can you watch it without staring at yourself and just enjoy it for what it is? Because it's such a great show.
I'm learning.
You're learning.
After a long acting career, I'm learning how to do that now.
And before we let you go, could you weigh in on Ryan's hair? I think we've got a picture of Ryan's hair.
Okay, so we're going to do before and after?
Before and after. Okay, so
but look at the actor in person, too. Like, look at him now.
What do you think? Which do you like better?
Famke, look at him now.
Wow, yeah.
Well,
how are you?
Hi.
Now, see? Isn't it better there?
I love it.
There you go.
I'm giving the 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
You hear that? Not cutting it.
Was that the right
Right.
Not cutting.
Absolutely. Famke, thank you so much. See? I knew I loved her. The season finale of The Blacklist Redemption airing tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central, right here on NBC. Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.
Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters was filmed in Berlin. It was actually the first role I took back after I directed Bringing Up Bobby, so it was particularly jarring because I'd come from this project where I'd been in charge of every aspect of it to being trapped in a makeup chair for 3 hours daily to go through prosthetic makeup to become this very ugly witch. But the movie is really great. It's with Jeremy Renner, who of course is now one of our hottest stars that we have, and he plays a grown-up Hansel, and Gretel is played by a wonderful British actress named Gemma Arterton. And it's done a really interesting job of sort of making a spin on that story, that classic fairy tale story of Hansel and Gretel, but now 20-some years later when they're grown-ups and they come back to hunt the witch or the witches that have haunted them their whole lives. So it's an interesting idea, I think. Oh, they strapped me into a harness, and it was actually a scene that I did. I broke my rib in the scene where I was with Gemma Arterton, and we were both in harnesses, and she was below me. We were hanging off this ledge, and they put me right above her as if I could levitate her and myself. But the whole point was that I kind of was meant to scare her, so we have this last little plunge that we do, and I guess my harness wasn't properly done, and so that plunge, and they have it on film apparently, when my voice apparently went up like 3 octaves or something, and I just like, all of a sudden started talking differently. And yeah, that was painful, really, really painful. But I've done it before in another movie, so it seems to be, you know, part of the charm of being an actor and doing your own stunts.
Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I don't believe in ghosts. Yeah. What do you mean?
Just have to be careful not to confuse the kids.
Hey. Man, I slept really good.
Me too.
Souvenir!
Well, I guess we're stuck on this island. I guess we're stuck on this island.
Better than a cold beer, huh?
You don't need the gun, Commander.
That depends on your definition of safe sex. Let's Close enough.
Not for what I human mind.
Hi, I'm Famke Janssen, and you're watching Talking Tech. I just think they probably think of me as some dinosaur between no social media and the BlackBerry, but I like it. I just like being unique in my own person.
She's so unique, she even stopped by USA Today to talk tech, or make that her lack of interest in all things digital.
I don't even have a television
Right,
anymore.
that's what I heard. You don't have a TV.
No.
So how do you watch your series?
I really don't watch anything much. For some reason, I just never ended up being a television watcher, and now I purposely don't do it because I find it one of those spirals that just sucks you into this vortex and you never come out, and you lose hours and hours and days of not quite sure what you've just been doing with your time, and I find the internet a bit of the same thing.
The actress, best known for roles in James Bond and X-Men movies, stars in Hemlock Grove, a Netflix horror series that just began running its second season of episodes. She's seen the show on her iPad, and although she owns an iPhone, she's never used it.
I'm old school where I can be. I have a BlackBerry. I'm not really embarrassed at all to admit that. And I like the keyboard a lot better than the touchscreen. I find with the touchscreen, I make random calls to people. It becomes really embarrassing, the things that I end up doing.
Okay, now you say you're old school.
Yes.
No Facebook page.
No
Twitter.
No social media
No
whatsoever.
Google Plus.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
But it's not just old school, it's also that or maybe it's partly old school. I like my privacy very much. And I find that all these social media outlets are very much about self-promotion and having your moment in the spotlight or something. So that's not really what I'm looking for, or I'm not seeking that out.
I actually read the other day that people don't even ask for autographs anymore. They just want the selfie. Is that true?
I don't know, I still get both, especially at premieres and whatever. I still see a lot of people who want to get autographs. The selfie is an odd phenomenon, and it feels so intrusive of your own personal space sometimes, because you get people literally throwing their arms, they're facing your face, and you don't know them. So, it's a little daunting, but part of, I guess, the time that we live in.
Great, a big smile.
She has starred in some of your favorite action-packed thrillers, from her role as Jean Grey in the X-Men series to starring alongside Liam Neeson in all 3 Taken films.
Now, Famke Janssen is sharing the big screen with Bruce Willis in the action-packed movie Once Upon a Time in Venice. Check it out.
The stereo, Taylor's Xbox.
I guess we're not running that.
Oh no, the TV, the stereo, Taylor's Xbox.
I can't believe it. They told Buddy.
Trying to stay calm, wait for the cops.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go and get my dog.
Our dog.
And then it begins.
So that sets everything off.
Yes.
Famke, good to see you.
You too. Great to see you again too.
So this looks like it had to be a romp.
Yeah, it was fun. It's an action-packed comedy. So
Did you like taking on the comedy genre? You're in so many action-packed films.
I've done a lot of the action in the action type of movies, in sort of the more studio films, and then independents. I kind of go and stray off in different arenas.
Fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Talk about working with Bruce Willis. I read in the notes you did a screen test once or something like that. Or no, he saw you in a commercial, or
yes, I started out as a model. And I started taking acting classes on the side, but I didn't have an agent yet.
Okay.
And then I got a phone call through my acting coach, and they said, Bruce Willis called, or somebody called on Bruce Willis's behalf, and he saw you in a Pantene commercial for hair, and they're looking for a part in this new movie that he's doing. It was called Hudson Hawk. And would you
be willing to meet with him? I was like, yeah.
No, I don't want to
No, I'm not ready yet. So I met with him in New York. I lived in New York already at the time. And he goes, well, would you be willing to go and screen test in London for this part? And I go,
Yes,
course I
again.
would. Well, obviously, I didn't get the part. But, you know, all these years passed, and then all of a sudden this movie came about. And so I saw him again, and I thought, I wonder if he's going to bring it up. I wonder if he's going to remember me. And he never said anything, so I never said anything.
You never brought it
either.
up. Well, now.
Yeah, so now he knows, maybe, if he's watching.
On the upside, you weren't in Hudson Hawks. So.
No.
Now, his dog is stolen.
Yes, our dog.
Your dog.
Yeah,
His,
yes, I'm married to his brother who leaves me, disappears on me. Yeah, whatever.
But you've got a dog.
I have a dog.
Would you go to the lengths that Bruce goes to?
Oh, yes, and then some. I have an almost 17-year-old Boston Terrier named Licorice. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Just a picture.
Sweetie, yes.
So you
He
said
only
he's
has
blind in one eye.
left. Yes, the other one was, unfortunately, he was attacked by another dog, so
Oh,
that's how he lost
no.
the other eye. And the one that's left he's blind out of. So yeah, he's
17
so
years,
sweet.
is that a record for?
I feel that maybe I should check into this if it's Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
Kind of
Well, you're just a good mommy,
old.
so he
I'll
just,
do
you know.
anything for him.
Oh,
so
that's
yes.
sweet.
So special. Now, we saw that picture, but you're not on Instagram or
No, I'm completely
Twitter?
private.
How come?
I don't do anything. I don't know. I'm just old school, I guess. I like the idea of how they did it in the 20s and 30s, where the press was more controlled, and you didn't really know that much about their private lives unless specific things were orchestrated that way. I just am too private. I don't really want anybody to know anything. And I live in New York, so I want to walk around. I just want to have a normal life, and I do.
You probably have like an hour and a half of extra time in your day because of it,
so
trust
true.
me.
Oh, I'm
From the rest of us
sure.
who are if not more.
Yeah,
Do you
well,
know what I mean?
I'm still a junkie to my phone, like all of us.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we just constantly, it's really strange
That's
how much
interesting.
time, but no, that I don't do. No social media, which probably doesn't help me as much in my career, because I know they follow it a lot, and how many studios look at how many followers you have.
I think you're doing just
I
fine.
was about to say, no worries.
Just fine. And in fact, one of the co-stars of the movie, in a way, is Venice, California.
Yes.
And after seeing the movie, we wanted our fans to get a chance to have their own California adventure. Wow. So we're sending one lucky viewer on a trip for 2 to Venice, California.
Nice.
2 nights, hotel, airfare, and some cash, all included. So go to today.com to enter for a chance to win today. And hopefully you'll like us. And Famke, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me again. Yes.
Once Upon a Time in Venice, available in theaters, on iTunes, and on demand this Friday. Nice. Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.
Come on, Zeke, hook us up.
Oh, check out Mr. Burke.
Oh, man, I'm really not in the mood, Miss Burke. I'm clean.
Not today. It's too damn hot, and I got zero fucking tolerance.
Eat me, you asshole. I'm the one with no tolerance. You pathetic little runt.
Ouch. Come back. What are you gonna do? You gonna call my mother?
Oh, and how am I supposed to do that, little Zeke boy? Do you even know where she is? Europe, Sri Lanka, Japan. I wonder what remote location she went to this week to hide from her great big bastard mistake. I've taken your shit for too fucking long. Ridiculous, drug-induced excuse for a human being.
Oh, woman, what are you on?
Woman. Did you just say woman? I'm sick of you, little boy. And if I have to see you peddling your little wonder dust again, I'm gonna shove my foot so far up your ass, you'll be sucking my toes till graduation.
She got some bad shit.
Any takers? We have an open spot. Any takers?
There are very few things in life I haven't done. This is one of them. was off and threw it on the ground.
I guess it was sort of a bad idea to give up my virginity to my high school French teacher.
If two people who want to be a couple of them, it is good when they are making love with each other because they feel nice. Compris?
What?
Let's make love.
Oh, we will, Mr. Bozard, I promise. I don't think I can tonight, though. I'm not really ready yet.
You are not ready because you feel you and I do not have the quality of life together with each other. I am sad for this.
What?
Let's make love, chérie, please. I'm waiting for so long.
Will it hurt?
Do not be scary. I am there for you needing me.
What? Mr. Bozard?
Oui?
Are you doing it?
Oui?
I can't believe it. This was supposed to hurt. Maybe it's because I've ridden horses all my life. Are you smaller than
A little lipstick, a little makeup, one killer outfit.
I'm your dream girl.
This Monday, she's coming to take back the streets. Famke Janssen, Shannon Tweed, Sean Young in the world movie premiere, Model by Day.
To ja. Może o indyku. Nie mogą go przysłać przed Dzień Dziękczynienia? Prędzej sam tu Będę za 10 minut. Pięknie, jakie kolory. Bałam. Pięknie, jakie kolory. Znów. Całkowicie. Powinnaś się wykąpać. Czekam na nią. Nie za gorąca? Sam raz. Cicho. To ty zawsze hałasujesz. Jaka łamaga. Śniło ci się, nic nie mówiłem. Było ślisko. Wiem. Myślisz, żywkę? Możliwe. Biegała po domu jak kot z pęcherzem. Była skarpetkę. Wyszła na telefon. Telefon działa. Nic się nie stanie. Ty sukinsynu, włącz telewizor. Jak? Obserwujcie ataku. I jajka leżą na wierzchu, wszystko porozrzucone. Co tu robisz? Si, to ja. Co tu robisz? Mam przygotować kolację. Łamana zima.
You say goodnight to Mom?
Night, Mommy.
Sleep tight. For my taste, a thriller is only as good as the people.
Douglas is a wonderful actor. I mean, that's a given. I don't even have to say that. Everybody knows that. He's
Janssen? She's real nice.
Famke Janssen, she is in a very, very volatile, dangerous situation, and one where she's completely helpless.
Here's Superwoman lying in bed, and she works out all the time, and, you know, she's just in control of everything, and I just wanted to make her very human.
Julia. Julia. Wake up, sleepyhead.
Very nice. Like it never happened. Which I guess is the point. What are you doing here? I'm your coach. From your other life. But not chosen. This isn't real.
Always with the cynicism.
I'm hallucinating from the anesthetic.
Life is a hallucination, Julia.
Where am I? Tell me.
No need to be afraid. You're in your possibility. A place where fresh starts come true.
I know this bed.
I would hope so. It's Christian's from college, where you had your only sexual encounter with the man of your dreams. You got off that bed that fateful night and slunk home to Sean. The safe choice. But even though you committed to one man, your heart's always been with another. Isn't that right? Haven't you always wondered what it would have been like if you hadn't left Christian that night? If you'd stayed with him? Then do it. Take that chance, explore. Get off that bed and into your possibility.
What are you doing?
Killing you softly.
That's not your decision.
Actually, it is. You see, I've lied to you. I'm not your life coach. I'm the angel of death. Not true. It is. Aren't you just a little relieved? The end is in sight now. No more squandered potential or ruined possibilities. One kiss. The pain you've been carrying around for years goes away. Haven't you always wanted to kiss me, Julia? Liar. For once, admit the truth and embrace your possibility fearlessly. Haven't you always wanted to see what it would be like to kiss another woman? To kiss me?
make you love me again.
I'll always love you. Things change. We both need to accept that. It can't ever be like it was.
I gave you my soul.
No more.
Please, Mommy.
No, please.
Think you're clever now, don't you? Where are they?
Where what?
Let's see, I get out of the shower, go to get dressed, but my closet, my dresser, and my laundry bag are completely empty all of a sudden.
Well, it's official, Adrian. You've gone insane.
Where are they?
Come in and see for yourself. Adrian, this is Alfonso Tejon Jr. You may have met in passing. His father's been cleaning our pool for the last 4 years.
Are you wearing my shirt, dude?
And pants. Oh, shoes too. Fortunately, you two are almost the same size. And he doesn't speak English, so don't try and make a scene right now.
Why is he wearing my clothes, Mother?
Because he deserves them more than you. Did you know he and his father came to this country from El Salvador 5 years ago with no money? To help out, Alfonso works 2 jobs. You, on the other hand, are a spoiled only child who's gotten everything he's ever wanted and never appreciated any of it. The fact that you continue to act out at school is unacceptable. I realize that maybe Sean is right. Maybe good old-fashioned discipline is in order. So as punishment, I've given away your clothes.
Ava, what is he gonna wear to school?
You should be able to find something at the Goodwill for this. They open in half an hour. Sweetie, could you give Alfonso a hand with these bags out to my car? I promised to give him a ride home.
Sure.
Thanks.
So now the poor man's son deserves more than I do.
From now on, you do what I say when I say it. You stop jeopardizing my relationship with Matt, or you will pay the price. Adrian? Why are you sitting in the dark?
I won't let you do this to me anymore.
Please don't threaten me, Adrian.
Why do you keep hurting me? Do you enjoy it?
I'm giving you what you need. It may not be what you want.
I need you. That's what I need. I'm so humiliated. I've been such a prick. Living here with you and Matt, it just hurts too much. How do I make you love me again?
I'll always love you. Things change. We both need to accept that. It can't ever be like it was.
I gave you my soul. No more. Please, Mommy. Please.
First 2,000, you're the Chesterfield.
Oh, worm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, he just won $8 grand. Why go on the line behind another 2?
So he took what, about 8 off of Roman and Maurice?
Yeah. Yeah, it comes in after you leave. Sits for like 20 more minutes. Cashes out for the full amount. Maurice hasn't been back since. I think he's been playing across the street. But, Worm's been around plenty. He's run you up just under $7 grand.
Yeah. Well, do me a favor and just put him on his own.
Yeah?
Yeah, cut him off. I tell you, I got 1,000. I got 1,000, and that's, you know, I just started coming back, so.
Thanks for making it easy, Mike.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry to be back over here for this reason.
Don't worry about it.
No, I like being here. It's good to see you, Mike. Good stay.
Listen, I tell you, I'll come by, I'll see you down at the club. I'll come by this weekend.
Yeah. I need the gun, Commander.
That depends on your definition of safe sex. It's close enough.
Not for what I have in mind. Can hurt me. You think you can break me?
No more foreplay. Take me to Yanis. This is it?
Yes.
Well, I must say, I've had a lovely evening. You?
Well, once again, the pleasure was all yours.
You'll understand if I don't call.
I won't lose sleep over it.
Sweet dreams.
How can you simply deliver her, like a courier, into a life of virtual prostitution?
Beverly, arranged marriages have been the basis of political alliances in many cultures, including our own.
I'm surprised at you.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
She has been conditioned since the day she was born to believe it's perfectly acceptable to exist only to please men.
But she was born to do this.
And bred by those people to seal a treaty with a seductive coup de grace.
All right, fine, good. Let's throw the Prime Directive to the winds. Let's detain her here against her will. Let's destroy any chance of peace between these worlds. Let's interfere in their society, their customs.
That slave trader who calls himself an ambassador, he has her confined to her quarters. She is a virtual prisoner in there.
I didn't know that.
Well, it is your ship. Maybe there are a few things you should find out about.
I'll talk to her about it.
Good. Lovely breakfast.
Indeed.
Come in. Captain Picard, what a delightful surprise. Come in.
Thank you. Are you comfortable?
Reasonably, under the circumstances.
It has been brought to my attention that you've been told to remain in here.
That's true, I'm afraid.
Against your wishes.
At the request of the ambassador, who believes I might be disruptive to your crew.
The performance of my crew is none of the ambassador's business.
You care about my well-being. Thank you, Captain.
I care about what happens on board my ship.
Yes, I know. This ship is very important to you, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is.
Are all captains' lives so solitary? Or just yours?
Don't.
What?
Don't do this. This you do with men.
I'm afraid my premature emergence from stasis has left me a little vulnerable to the desires I sense from men. Nevertheless, this is who I am, Captain. You might as well ask a Vulcan to forgo logic, or a Klingon to be non-violent. I cannot change. And I don't want to until the time has come for me to bond with my permanent mate. Why does it bother you?
Frankly, it's difficult for me, for many of us, to easily accept that a sentient being can live only to be what someone else wants them to be.
But that's what gives a metamorph pleasure.
But what about your wishes? Your needs?
They are fulfilled by what I give to others.
But what about when there are no others? When you're alone?
I'm incomplete. What curious questions, Captain.
Well, under the circumstances, I thought that it would help if I learned more about you.
But you know me better than you realize. I am independent, forceful, brilliant, and adventurous. Exactly as you would have me be, Captain.
I'll speak to the ambassador about easing your restrictions.
Thank you, Captain. Where we first met, and you were in mine.
You okay?
Yeah. More than okay. Logan, you're making me blush. I don't have to. It's okay.
He would know, wouldn't he? You think he's not in your head, too? Where am I?
You need to tell me. Gene. Look at me. Talk to me. Look at me.
Kill me. Kill me before I kill someone else.
Don't say that.
Please.
Kill me. It'll be all right. We can help you. We can fix it.
You made a very nice entrance.
I did?
Yeah, you
What did I
came
do?
right.
Did I
Well,
do
you
anything
came right
special?
out. You came right out like you're
Am I
ready to go.
supposed to wait?
Oh no, that was good.
Oh,
many
thank
of our
God,
guests
I
just
was-
kind of slump in the hallway out there and don't want to come out because they're frightened, you know. But you came
Well,
right
I was
out.
just
I
going to
appreciate
say, I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like I'm going to the doctors or something. You're going
Why?
to talk me through this, right?
Well, why are you nervous?
I don't know. Everybody's been telling me that I should be really nervous, so then I figured I should be nervous.
No,
But
there's
that's
nothing to be
all right.
nervous about
No?
here. No.
You're not going to do anything scary to me?
No, I don't think so.
Good.
What have people been telling you? People tell you that Dave
Oh,
will
I don't even
scare
want
you?
to get into that.
Oh, don't go on Dave's show. He might scare you.
Scare you. No, not
Like
scare
chase you around the theater with a hammer or something?
No, much worse than that.
All right, let's talk about your name first of all. Famke, am I saying that properly?
You're doing okay.
How
Not
is it
bad.
actually said?
Dave, am I saying that properly?
Yes, it is.
Good.
I don't care for that. Now I'm nervous.
Good. Now I feel much better.
And it's Dutch?
It's Dutch.
Yeah, and what does it mean, anything?
What does Dave mean?
You know, Dave is just like Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Famke actually means little girl.
See, that's interesting because I don't think Dave, I don't think it means...
It means little boy, no.
No, but Famke, and you're from Dutch, really?
I'm from Dutchland, yeah.
From Dutchland. She's from Dutchland.
Yeah, that's
Where
right.
did you grow up then?
I grew up in Dutchland. With all little Dutchland people.
Is it Holland?
It's Holland, yeah.
And what town are you from?
Amsterdam. Have you been?
Oh, never been to Amsterdam. I'd love to go there.
It's great. See, people been. It's awesome. It's really nice, but I love the States.
Your family's still back there now?
My family's there, but I feel very American at this point.
How long have you lived in the United States?
About 10 or 11 years.
Wow. And how did you get to be like the Bond girl? Was that like your first big deal, or did you do other stuff before that?
I did other things. I've been acting for 6 years, but it's the thing that most people have seen.
Yeah.
It's because of Killer Thighs, and I got that part.
That's right. And you were the...
No, I don't anymore.
You were the villainess who killed people with their legs.
Thighs, yeah.
Did you actually hurt anybody when you were doing the movie?
I did actually one time. That was not intentional, I promise, but I had to do this scene, and I'm supposed to crush him between my thigh, but because I kind of took the character as sort of this S&M lady, and I started slapping him in the scene, too. I got carried away a little bit, and I was wearing a ring, and I slapped him a couple of times, like, close to the ear, and he kept getting these dizzy spells, and we had to stop. And I thought it was just because he was old, because he was, like, you know, kind of up there.
How old was he? How old a guy was he? Like my age?
I wasn't going to say it, but because you did. No, yeah, he was kind of like your age. Anyway, he went to the hospital, but he was okay.
Yeah. So, well, why was... because you were hitting him in the ear, and that made him...
Yeah, you know, the equilibrium.
Yeah. Were you excited about being in a James Bond movie?
Well, obviously, I got so carried away in the role. Yeah.
But did you think, I don't know, I'm going to be like the villain, and I'm going to be the James Bond? Did you think maybe that had to...
Yeah, I was a little worried that it was going to be typecast for the rest of my life. But, you know, I'm coming out in a different movie now, completely different role. So.
City of Industry?
City of Industry?
Now, City of Industry, to me, has always been like a town in Orange County, about a half an hour south of Los Angeles.
That's what it is. That's what the movie is about.
Really?
That town, yeah.
You and Harvey Keitel?
Yeah, just in that town.
What is
around.
the film about?
No, the film is about a jewelry heist that goes wrong. One of the characters gets carried away, wants all the money, shoots everybody, misses Harvey Keitel, and he goes to chase him, and I'm the only link to finding this character.
Mrs. Harvey Keitel, like absence makes the heart grow fonder, that kind of Mrs. Harvey Keitel?
No.
Is Harvey naked in this film?
No, no, he's not.
Seems like every movie you go to see, Harvey Keitel is naked.
Yeah, no, not in this one.
Whether he's on screen or in the theater, he's just naked.
In the theater, too. I haven't seen him in the theater, but he does it there, too.
For God's sakes.
Has he been
naked
on your show naked?
Oh, yeah, sure. Giant bag of popcorn. And you and Harvey get along well in the film?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you married?
Uh-huh.
Oh, how long have you been married?
For 3 years.
Well, who are you married to?
To a man. No. To Kip Williams is his name.
Oh, Kip Williams. And
Yeah.
what does Kip do?
He is a writer-director.
Uh-huh. And where did you meet Kip?
We met in the Bahamas.
Oh,
8 years ago. We've
man.
been together for 8 years.
What were you doing there in the Bahamas?
I was actually doing a modeling shoot.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting.
Good for you. The film begins...
Did you ever model too?
No,
No.
I'm the dorkiest man alive.
Well, I'm the dorkiest girl alive. It's nothing to do with it. What do you think models are?
The film is opening March 14th.
That's right,
It's
next
a
week.
city of industry. Well, I hope it does very well for you.
I hope so too.
Pleasure meeting you, Famke.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you
you,
very
too.
much for being here. Famke Janssen. We'll be right back with Mitch Hedberg.
Actress Famke Janssen rose to fame with a couple of iconic roles we can never forget, like Jean Grey in the original blockbuster X-Men series, and more recently, Taken trilogy opposite the man with a specific set of skills. Lisa.
Now you can find her on the very popular NBC series The Blacklist, and it looks like Red has finally met his match. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, so you seem to be the only one that can keep James Spader's character down. How has this worked?
That's years of practice of playing really bad, evil characters, I think. I mean, he's such an incredible, now all of us know James Spader in The Blacklist as such a strong, powerful, evil man. And it's, I guess they had to think about it for a while. Like, who can they come up with who's going to be just as evil? And yeah.
Which is so funny because we were talking with you in the commercial break. You have such a sweet energy. I know it's acting, but I'm thinking, where is she pulling this character
I know.
from?
I wonder that too. Sometimes I'm scared of like, what is going on inside of me that and what do people see that they keep asking me for those kinds of parts? I'm nothing like that.
It's because you have such a strong aura.
Yeah, well,
and
I think that,
and you're a fantastic actress.
And,
so much so, let's just get to the scoop. We hear that there may be a spin-off with you and Ryan
Tell us
Evans.
every detail.
There are no details. I did a 2-episode arc, which was fantastic. Tonight, the second one is airing at 9 p.m. Can't wait. And, I mean, if this ever turned into more, I would be thrilled. It's been such an incredible experience, but that's all I know.
Oh. Okay, so that's not as much as we wanted.
Well, we will start a Twitter campaign now for you.
We're hoping you were in X-Men, and a lot of the men have been invited back. The women, not as much. What do you think that's about? We missed you.
Well, I mean, I think we all are familiar with Hollywood. It's just, very often you see a man who's 60 cast opposite a 20-year-old, and they're husband and wife, and nobody's even questioning it. It's just a different, I think it's been changing a lot over time. I think we're in a really good time period right now where we see a lot of, especially on television, such strong female characters, especially ones after a certain age, who normally are not allowed to be in films anymore, in big studio films. So I think it's a very exciting time.
It is, and that's why it's so refreshing. Even though the Blacklist is on the small screen, this character is so powerful. It is a reminder of that presence, that equaling out that is needed.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been the same if your character had been another tough man against Red.
No, exactly. And when they approached me about a year ago to start talking about it, and I said, I think if I ever come on the show, I want to be on par with him. I want to be somebody who's really, a great opponent to him, strong and so, then they came back with this incredible storyline.
Mission accomplished. We're starting a Twitter campaign right now to get your spin-off going.
Yeah.
Famke, thank you so much. And by the way, you can catch the new episode of The Blacklist tonight, 9/8 Central, right here on
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.
From model to actress to Bond girl and ex-woman, Famke Janssen specializes in making pulses race.
She sure does. In her latest film, the hit thriller, Taken 3, she reprises her role as Lenny Mills and gives it all for her ex-CIA husband one last time. Take a look.
Do you know what I fantasize about?
I'm afraid to ask.
Us.
Yeah.
Does it make me a bad person, being married to one man, fantasizing about another?
Confused, maybe. Bad? No.
my God.
Oh my God.
I want to be you.
Juicy.
Oh my God.
It's my ex-husband.
Oh, you're allowed.
Don't you kiss your ex-husband?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course.
What's he like to work with, Liam Neeson? Is he,
Look at him.
come on.
I know, dreamy. He's taller than I am. That alone, to feel dwarfed for once in my life, to feel dwarfed by somebody feels great.
Wow. Were you surprised? I mean, Taken was a terrific movie. Then there was Taken 2. And I mean, were you surprised the legs, the fact that there is a Taken 3?
We were all surprised.
Yeah.
Not in any negative way, but that the first one was such a big runaway hit. We realized it was a good movie, and we hoped for people to see it in the movie theaters, but the fact that it just sort of blew out of proportion and took a life of its own, and it just became such a big success, and it really struck a chord with people at the time.
Sure did.
And then I thought, but how do you make a sequel? When they started talking about a sequel, I thought, somebody got taken, and you can't retake them, and what do you do? But they came up with a really good idea, which Liam and I both got taken in the second one. And then in the third one, I thought, well, now we're really done. It's over. And so nobody gets physically taken other than their lives get taken.
This isn't a spoiler alert.
No,
we see it in the trailer, but you die in this movie.
I die in the movie, but it's okay. It's the last one. And somebody had to take the hit, and I was the better person, and I took it.
So you're the catalyst for all the action,
for all the
right?
action. So that propels the entire story forward because he gets blamed for the murder.
Now, there obviously is great chemistry among the group. What was it like working with this group over and over? It seems like a nice bunch.
It's really great when you get to do it. Over the years, I've been so privileged. I've done it in the X-Men, with Hugh Jackman and the whole gang for 8 movies now or something with all of us together. And now with the Taken 3 films on Hemlock Grove, it's my 3rd season. So to repeat a role, initially I would have said when somebody asked me, I don't know, I would get bored. But the nice thing is you can grow along with your part. So when you revisit it a couple of years later, you go, well, I've changed. My character's changed too. That's okay. And we can add some new, some nuances or some different character qualities or whatever. So
She's so beautiful.
I know.
I'm kind of not listening.
I can't.
No, I'm serious.
Your cheekbones.
My cheekbones.
You have beautiful cheekbones.
Oh, thank
You've done so. You're like scared. You've done.
I'm scared of you. You guys are just staring at me.
You've done so much. Is there? What else do you want to do? I mean, you've done a lot of action films and dark films. Yeah. Comedy.
I've done comedy. Yeah. A little movie called Love and Sex with Jon Favreau that came out years ago. And more of that would really be great. I love doing comedy. It's so much fun. And I wrote and directed a movie. I want to do more of that. So yeah, I love the business so much. I feel so lucky that I get to go to work and do something I love to do, and then somebody actually pays me for it.
Love it. We have a couple of seconds.
We want to play a quick game.
Okay.
Right, so you got to spin that wine
bottle.
I'm
going to spin the bottle, and then I'm going to choose.
Just choose whatever one you want.
Okay, I'll choose over here.
Okay.
And here,
it's empty.
The no, there it is. Okay, here's the question.
Okay.
You can eat like a model.
Chocolate.
That's right. If you can't eat like a model all the time, but what's your one cheat food, and when do you eat it? Chocolate.
When?
Always?
All the time. All the time.
A little, though. You don't eat tons of it.
Tons. But I found this 100% chocolate. It sounds disgusting, but it comes from France, and it is absolutely to die for.
No, it doesn't sound disgusting.
And I eat it all the time, and I eat it with pecans. And the mixture of the two of them together. I probably eat like a big bar like this every single day.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay. Well, good luck with Taken 3. Not that you need it, because you know it's going to be good. Again, Taken 3 is in theaters right now.